My name is Meg McCreary. I was raised in Connecticut in the United States. I first was introduced to yoga in 1990. My sister, we were raised on the East Coast, and my sister moved to Santa Monica, California. And down the street from her was this small yoga studio that she said, you have to try this. You've been doing all these sports, basketball and tennis and things that are hard on your body, and you will love this, she said. It will make you feel so good. And she was right. Yoga has made me more mindful. It's made me listen, and it's taught me to listen, and now I hear what my body's telling me. It communicates. So I would say in all things, yoga's made me more mindful. I started teaching yoga in 2003. I was a student of Kumiko Max here in Tokyo, and she encouraged me when she had a teacher training program to take it. And I did it really because I was just interested in these techniques that had made me feel so good. I had been taking yoga classes for 8 years, and it was about the time when maybe a little after finding Kumiko Max class at Ishita Yoga, I realized, oh, this is the kind I really like, and she was offering a teacher training. It all just kind of happened at the right time for me. And so I took the class. Of course, the progression from that is to begin to teach. So I started at V-Yoga as a student, and Kumiko Mack had just opened a studio that was very active but also alignment based, and it seemed to have all the components of yoga that I loved. I always left feeling wonderful, and so I took the teacher training when she offered it. And I like to think of our teacher training as opening doors. It acquaints you with all the styles of yoga, the parts of yoga, the philosophy, the anatomy, asana, and it just sort of whets your appetite. There's so much out there. It shows you what's there, and then it's like, I don't know, it just opens the world of yoga. Teaching for me is sharing. It's sharing the techniques I've learned because they can help others too, and they can help others feel as good as I feel. I love when someone comes back to me and says that technique worked for me. It really is special when someone can use what you've taught them to help them through a difficult time, or to be ready to run for the bus. I had one student who was so excited that she feels like she's live enough that she could actually grab the bus and get on. It was really exciting. So when a student comes back and has a little story of how yoga helped them, that's wonderful.
What is yoga? You might be one of the millions who has taken a yoga class, and perhaps even mastered the peacock pose, or maybe the downward dog pose. You might do yoga for physical benefits or to rest your mind, but yoga has a lot more to offer for your deeper consciousness and higher awareness. So what is yoga? Yoga, meaning union, is a Hindu spiritual quest to experience the Brahman, or divine, by balancing our mind. Hinduism recognizes that there are many paths to the divine, and so there are many types of yogas. Besides Hatha Yoga, there are 4 primary yogas. They are Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Raja Yoga. Krish enjoys music. According to Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion, he can experience divinity through devotion expressed through singing, dancing, and listening to praises of the divine. The Bhagavad Purana teaches 9 primary forms of bhakti, as explained by Prahlada. Listening to God's praise, singing, chanting, rendering service, worshipping a murti, paying homage, servitude, friendship, and complete surrender of the self to the divine. Priya enjoys taking care of and cooking for her parents. According to Karma Yoga, the yoga of service, she can experience the divinity through selfless service. This is done by acknowledging the divinity in everyone and by regarding all her actions as worship. Bhagavad Gita says the best form of service is service that is performed without being attached to the fruits of one's activities. One should act as a matter of duty because by working without attachment, one attains the divine. Auro enjoys meditating and studying Hindu scriptures. According to Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge, he can experience the divine by meditating on scriptural teachings to realize truth from untruth. Through Viveka, by experiencing inner knowledge and insight, he can differentiate between the eternal and temporal. The syllable Om is the Brahman, the impersonal absolute of Hinduism. Realizing it, one finds complete fulfillment of all of one's longings. Dolly enjoys meditation. According to Raja Yoga, she has to cultivate her mind before she starts the practice of meditation. Yoga Sutra of Patanjali advises living a moral life, purification of the body through Hatha Yoga, and pranayama, detachment from sense objects and concentration to prepare the mind for meditation. When the mind has been trained to remain fixed on a certain internal or external location, there comes to it the power of flowing in an unbroken current, as it were, towards that point. This state is called dhyana, or meditation. Yoga at a higher level can be anything that leads you to divinity. The four yogas are not mutually exclusive, and a true yogi combines the different approaches to suit his needs to realize the divine. Make yoga yours and discover the divinity in you. When the five senses are stilled, when the mind is stilled, when the intellect is stilled, that is called the highest state by the wise. They say yoga is this complete stillness, in which one enters the unitive state, never to become separate again. If one is not established in this state, the sense of unity will come and go.